Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Shadowlands features that they showed. Not all the features were talked about, nor were they expanded upon. But we're going to watch this because it shows some really cool stuff. So we're just going to get right into this.
The jailer of the damned. A grim task, which I have failed. Now the eternal veil screams, torn asunder by her. Within the realm of shadow lies the darkest of terrors, which should never be set free. The Shadowlands are infinite. Their terrors and beauty were never meant for mortal eyes. I wonder if they can bear to behold all that awaits them. The denizens of this realm are the key to restoring the balance between life and death, if their trust can be earned. Death comes, and the end of everything is just the beginning.
Repurchase now at worldofwarcraft.com. Okay, so those were the features. That big hulking monstrosity that we saw, that was the jailer. The way they describe it, he's like the boogeyman, where they tell the kids or whoever, like, oh yeah, you better behave or the jailer is going to come and take you to the maw. So it's a way to keep people in check because they don't want to be taken by the jailer. For them, it's a fairy tale or a ghost story type thing. No, he's a very real thing, and we know his silhouette at least. You would think he's some kind of Lich King because he seems to have a crown similar to the Helm of Domination, but he's, I guess, it's just given because of his position, being a jailer, because he has like spiked armor or some kind of thing like that. So he resides at the Maw, which is where the worst of the worst go, apparently, from what they said, and that no one's ever escaped until now. So, we'll be journeying to the Maw, of course. There's also another character that they mentioned who is kind of like the judgment. When you die, you go before them, and they kind of judge you on all your deeds, your sins, and all that, and they kind of send you to one of the four places. And characters we've met in the past will be in these four places. Revendreth will find Kael'thas there. It was merely a setback. Draka's here, Uther, so on. So we'll see a lot of familiar faces. I'm sure we'll be seeing Vol'jin. We might be seeing Bwonsamdi since he's a low of death. He can go in between. We'll get to see his boss, I'm sure. It might be the jailer. It might be Muazala, who we might see as well. Since one of Il'gynoth's Whisperers mentioned the Father Sleep, which is Muazala. So it's very obvious. Also, the 9 ravens taking flight. I'm thinking it might be those like black looking Valkyr looking ones, the ones that have all the armor on, because they are very similar to ravens. They're winged, they fly, they're, you know, feathered for the most part because of the wings. So I don't think we're talking about actual ravens. I think we're talking about the ones that we saw with Sylvanas, her Valkyr. Um, she might be getting newer, darker ones. I don't know. But I think that's what that one means. I don't think we're talking about actual ravens. Um, but yeah, those were interesting. But no, let's lower this. So yeah, we see the jailer, who seems to be imprisoned himself, almost like he was trying to do his job, and Sylvanas or someone decided to imprison him because they want his power. Being able to judge those and send them to darkness and wield the darkness like that. And those little bugs, those are adorable. Just like little feathery, fluffy ears. But this, it's very, I don't know, it's like Skyloft mixed with, Outland mixed with a little bit of J.R. Tolkien, where the gods hang out. Also a little bit of H.P. Lovecraft, which I really love them combining all these separate, things together. But it's also very Diablo-esque for the most part, because now we're dealing with like heavens and death and God, and because this looks like something out of Diablo. We are going to Revendreth, and we're going to fight vampires who want to suck our blood. No, Dracula never actually said that. He never said, "I want to suck your blood." That's just something we made up. But we're going and dealing with vampires, which is pretty cool. We got some gargoyles, which I mean from like the cartoon, you remember from the 90s, the gargoyles. That's basically what they look like. So we've got vampires, and we got these little guys, these little sprites, little winged fairies of the forest, who no doubt need companions and help from us. I saw one comment say these guys better be battle pets. I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm sure they'll have the bigger ones that we help out like them, and there'll probably be little miniature versions flittering about that we can capture for ourselves and battle with, should we choose to. But Ardenweald, which is Maldraxxus. You face Maldraxxus. So we've got some necromancer type people here. If you look in the back, very similar to Wrath of the Lich King style. It's almost like Lich King plus kind of a Nerubian type of architecture, especially with the sides when they kind of up like this, how the bones kind of curl up. You'll see that with a lot of Nerubian things, where you'll have like leg looking things kind of curling up out of the ground, or just curling up in general. This part right here, this part. So different texture and materials, but same kind of structural concept. But they're necromancers, which are pretty cool. Got some new old kind of a reskin of like the monsters we know and love. Like here, instead of being all stitched up and guts hanging out, it's got like a freaking, it's either like a tongue or like a piece of cloth hanging out of its stomach. And then we have Bastion with these that we know. These are like the predecessors of Valkyr and Spirit Healers. They can kind of choose a path. Like this lovely female right here, she could choose to be a Spirit Healer, she could choose to become a Valkyr. I dare say the sky's the limit for her. I'm here all week. But this part is probably going to be everyone's favorite, just because of the colors, the serene, tranquil kind of aesthetics of it, the blue sky, the sun shining, like these large wheat looking fields. It's crazy. Also owl people. It's basically the head of the priest mount mixed with a body. They look rather weird, but they're pretty adorable. And we have like the Halls of Valor. Well, their Hall of Valor. This is like the original Hall of Valor, since these were a lot older. This stuff predates time itself, before the Titans were even around. So this, as pristine as it looks, is probably older than all the Titans. So there's that. And just showing us the covenants and Tower of the Damned. See, so it's stuff like this right here. This, I'm guessing it's a boss, just because of how big it is. But I also say, this is why I say Raven. As you can see, black wings, just black armor. They would consider this as a Raven. So I think it means like these type of characters, when they say 9 ravens take flight, each seeks for a prize for their queen. So it's obviously a boss, but it's very reminiscent of Diablo and the type of angels and demons you see in that game. And then we see a nice little descending camera angle of Sylvanas and the Jailer, who I can't wait to see his full face, but also his crown kind of looks like the Hungering Darkness. I mean, isn't that the name of the headpiece that you can get from the store, the Hungering Dark or Hungering Darkness? I think we know where it came from. It's got the same type of aesthetic, although ours is made out of metal, and whatever this is like bone, but he's a being of death, so naturally it's going to be bone. But I think we found out where that helm came from, which would be kind of cool. It's a very big guy, and you can see her ravens taking flight here, flying towards the camera and whatnot. And then we get World of Warcraft, Shadowlands. So yeah, I threw out a few theories right there and kind of gave my own take. I'm definitely looking forward to it. What do you guys think? What's your probably most desired feature? What would you like to see in the game that they may not add? What would you not like to see? Covenant wise, which covenant are you going to pick? What is your favorite area thus far? For any of you watching who have gone to BlizzCon, who got to play it, because I know they said Bastion was open. Did you like it? Was it as tranquil and serene as I think? But yeah, whatever your comments are, let me know below. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.